And then as I listen to the ideas that she's promoting, the things that she's going to fight for, I think she could be good for North Carolina.
Moderate my foot. What's up, guys? Welcome to The Rundown with Nzinga. I'm your host, Nzinga, and today we're going to be talking about Kyle Cunningham's approval of Kamala Harris and why that's kind of weird. Now, it seems common sense that Kyle Cunningham would support the nominee that's in his party. But if you look at Kyle and take in his past and his present, you'll see why it's a little odd to me. So Kyle Cunningham has been touting himself as a good old North Carolina boy from Lexington who just enjoys himself some North Carolina barbecue. He's just a down-home boy who wants to be the type of leader that has his home state's best interest in mind. Well, I call bullcrap, but here's why. Kyle Cunningham's past shows the type of leader that he actually is, and he's not a strong one. As soon as a small amount of pressure is applied to him, he falls in line and makes certain kinds of decisions that aren't necessarily great for the people that he's leading. For instance, he did it back in the 90s when he was the student body president at UNC. He voted to raise UNC's tuition, claiming that it would be good to boost UNC's lackluster position in national rankings by increasing faculty salaries. He proved himself not to be a strong leader back in 2001 when he was a state senator and he voted to raise tuition for community colleges. And he did it again in 2002 when he voted to raise in-state tuition for public universities by 8% and out-of-state tuition by 12%. Cal has been doing what he's told since he was in college and since he was a state senator. He is not changing. Now he's got heavyweight Democrats telling him what to do up in DC. I mean, have you noticed that Cal Cunningham, he doesn't have anything of substance to say about any of the polarizing issues in our country right now? You mean to tell me that while America needs strong leaders the most, we have a guy who's running to be a senator and he doesn't have anything to say about the most important issues going on in the country right now? Or let alone the country, our state? I mean, did he have anything of substance to say when riots were happening in our cities and our towns? No. Does he have anything to say about the fact that North Carolinians still haven't gotten their unemployment benefits? Does he have anything to say about the fact that some North Carolinians haven't seen a dime of the hurricane relief fund they were supposed to get from Roy Cooper a while back? He literally has nothing of substance to say, ever. His answers to yes or no questions are wordy and generic and bland. But to be fair, he is following the Democrat strategy. It's Chuck Schumer's strategy to take over the Senate and make sure that it is held mainly by Democrats. And that strategy is called the windowless basement strategy. I am not making this up, folks. Meaning, if you are a Democrat looking to unseat a Republican, then you aren't allowed to speak to anyone, answer any questions, or go anywhere where you could face the slightest bit of scrutiny. Hence the reason Cal Cunningham is the least dynamic, most boring candidate I have ever seen in my life. I mean, there is nothing special about the man. His backstory isn't interesting. His personality is blah. He doesn't stand out in any way whatsoever. But you know what? He's not allowed to. See, the main problem with Cal Cunningham is he steps in line and he does what he's told. He doesn't have a mind of his own. But I can't imagine how that conversation went. Cal Cunningham thought he was going to be the big guy on campus. He's going to run to be a senator. And he goes up to DC. He has a conversation with Chuck Schumer. And after hearing about the windowless basement strategy, that conversation went a little something like this at the end.
It ain't the way I wanted it. I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart and I want respect.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell.
Now, with all of the knowledge of Cal Cunningham just lockstep in line with DC Democrats, it annoys me even more knowing that he said this?
Russ, I think that's a very strong choice. I had the pleasure of campaigning with Senator Harris when she was in Durham last year, when she came to St. Joseph's AME Church, when she spoke at the Durham Committee on the Affairs of Black People Gala. She was very well received. And I think that she will be well received first as a candidate. And then as I listen to the ideas that she's promoting, the things that she's going to fight for, I think she could be good for North Carolina.
Kamala Harris, good for North Carolina. Let's go over some of her ideas, shall we? One of Kamala Harris's ideas is that she wants to eliminate private health care.
Just to follow up on that, and correct me if I'm wrong, to reiterate, you support the Medicare for All bill, I think initially co-sponsored by Senator Bernie Sanders. You're also a co-sponsor on it. I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance. So for people out there who like their insurance, they don't get to keep it?
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
She also supports the Green New Deal, which my generation will have to sell their firstborn to pay for, and then that generation will have to sell their firstborn to pay for it, and then it'll cost an arm and a leg. So, yeah. Also, beware of cow farts. Serious business, folks. She also wants to decriminalize illegal border crossing, which will hurt Black America first, especially Black American men, but, Black Lives Matter. And she wants to give illegal immigrants taxpayer-funded health care. Here's the thing on that. Democrats are having to import new voters because their ideas suck so bad that Americans aren't very convinced at the moment. And what a better way to do that than to offer free crap that other people have paid for. Genius. She also wants to repeal the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. And this is the thing. Everyone's going to see their utility bills go up. And American families, single-parent and two-parent households are going to see their taxes skyrocket. But Kamala Harris is good for North Carolina, though. There will be no freedom under a Biden-Harris rulership. And yes, I mean rulership. And North Carolina will not be financially free. As a matter of fact, North Carolinians will be put second behind people who belong to other countries. Now, Cal, in the past, has said that he disagrees with a lot of radical left-leaning ideas, the ones that Kamala Harris signs off on. And now he's kind of changing his story. Which is it, Cal? Are you a moderate or are you a radical? We don't know. Well, I don't think Cal is thinking at all. I mean, he's literally a robot taking orders from DC Democrats. He gets his orders, he follows them to a T, and then he just sits back and he waits for his other orders in his windowless basement. So now I have a question. Is Cal Cunningham good for North Carolina?
No. No. Hell no. No. I refuse. No.
Well, that's the rundown, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and share this video, and make sure you go and subscribe to the NCGOP YouTube channel. We've got tons of content there. And make sure you share this video with some of your Democrat friends. Maybe they don't really know who Cal Cunningham is. I mean, none of us actually do, but maybe they need to understand that. I'll see you next week.